AsiaFortress Cup Season 8. Right?
Okay, well they're going live.
They're going live.
Oh yeah, this is gonna get beautiful. If you've just joined us here in Team Fortress TV, this is the Asia Fortress Cup number 8 Grand Finals. It's Deadly Momentum versus Kin Gaming. Is Japan versus Korea. Spammah, tell me what you see on the first mid.
Okay, so we're gonna see like a huge disadvantage advantage right here because the demo for the Koreans is kind of like he's playing 120 ping. And once OZR is going to open up things with a meat shot on every. Actually, never mind. I don't even know what's happening. I haven't played TF2 in a long time. Anyways, we see Nato is going to try to chase the scout on the right side. He's probably going to try to take him down the red house. And yeah, it's going to be an easy capture for middle for HSK.
Yeah, it seems like Kin wanted to take that valley rollout, and they came in but left their demo man exposed in house, and you saw it. OZR just ran straight in behind him and two-shot him in the back. So you didn't really have much of an impact.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard for the Koreans, okay? Because like they're playing with the high ping, okay? And their demo, I mean, having a demo with high ping is not what you need in your team. So this is going to be a huge, it's going to be a huge ladder to climb for the Koreans. And yeah, look at them, man. The Japanese are already setting up for the last push, and we're going to see that happen soon. You want to take it?
Yeah, I'm seeing them setting up here. They're just buffing up. They know they've got so much time because they got that medic pick on middle, and both soldiers are going to spam here. They see there's a sentry, and if you can time those rockets, there's nothing the NG can do to repair it with just those wrench hits. So the sentry does go down.
Yeah, now would be the time to push. Now the power is going to try to blow the Uber back, but one guy was taken down, which is Genos. This is probably going to be the soldier, I think. No, the medic. Okay, the medic's taken down, so it might look easy cap here for the first game, for the first round. I mean.
Oh. They're making it hard.
Not,
it's turned into 1-on-2 and that last player up for
14% Uber advantage. Yeah, 14% Uber advantage for the Japanese. And here we see the demo is trying to start the cap on the second point. Might not be able to do much though, because again he's kind of lagging. You see he's taking a lot of shots here. He's going to go down soon. And yeah, the Japanese are applying pressure properly here. Yeah, the Koreans are being pushed back on the left side. I don't know what you call it, like in the European terms, but yeah, we just call it left side.
Trash. That area just behind the spire, yeah, that's trash. That's what they call it. Right now, Peanut's getting bullied out by Flower, who's taking a lot of damage, but they have taken the spire and they've set themselves up with an opportunity to push here as they find a frag in the house. So that's man advantage here for Kin Gaming. Oh, Flower's going to go straight in there and puts out a lot of damage onto Peanut, but the heals are there and there's nothing they can do to contest that. They're going to back out because they know that Ubercharge is coming up, Spammah.
Yeah, that was a good soldier bomb by Hirapa. He almost got the medic, but Genos has got the charge. Both teams have the Uber charge now. We're going to see how the Japanese are going to react to this, or actually the Koreans, how they're going to push, because they're going to they're going to try to defend from trash, but it's going to be really hard. I mean, they're not lagging. Mabel's taking ground from the spire area as well, so we're going to see how the Japanese do it here. Okay, they're playing kind of safe. Two scouts busy waiting for an opportunity. Wow, the Koreans are actually bullying the Japanese back, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the Japanese missed a trick there. They really needed to use the height advantage on the spire to sort of spam down onto the defenders, make it difficult for them, make them challenge them up there, but they didn't. They just waited to see if they would get any frags, and it didn't happen, and they just got bullied out. Here comes the Uber onto middle, though, but it's a good pop from Highcook. He's going to be able to milk it for a few seconds and chase into the house here. They're trying to lead in with Peanut. Peanut gets the frag onto Creep and Force Edge, the Demo Man. So big frags being found on the flank, but there's still action going down there as HSK and Flower come in with 2 killing off Harappa and OZR. But things are going to stabilise now, but it is a little Uber advantage here for our blue Japanese team, DMM.
Yeah, that was a good team fight. I mean, like, even though the Japanese were down with their demo, okay, the Koreans, the Japanese still, they applied a lot of pressure with the 2 soldiers. Peanut and Creep are really, not Creep, who's the other guy? Peanut and Rappa, these guys are really, really good soldiers. Anyways, we're seeing the Koreans, though, they're getting a lot of players here, and the medics, medics down for the Korean. Natsu is going to meat shot Creep and take him down. A lot of action in the middle. And the Koreans going to clean up middle. They're going to hold it. They're going to defend.
That was tough to watch. So they're going to take that midpoint and push ahead onto the spire here. They're definitely going to get that. They've got times 4 in there. Demo Man's already locking down the lobby. So we're going to have to see Deadly Momentum, with no momentum, just sitting on last year, trying to defend. They're already getting a sentry up. There's a little bit of a forward hold going on here, perhaps just to buy time for their NG to get his sentry upgraded a little bit, but I don't see them pushing just yet.
Yeah, this is so interesting, man. Like, Koreans have got, like, the 4 points now. I mean, they've got the 4 caps. I don't even know how. Like, they've got a ping at a disadvantage, and they've still got 4 caps. And, wow, look at that, man. So the Koreans are playing this well. I mean, it is expected, because Koreans, typically, they pocket scrim a lot more than the Japanese, so that's fine. We're going to see how the Japanese are going to defend here. They've got a sentry on the right side, on the top right.
Yeah, the Korean gaming master race. They're just good at all games, right? Sentry is fully upgraded here, level 3, and both teams now have that Uber charge. We're going to see the red team set up here to try and bust that sentry again. Just a single soldier spamming though, it's not going to go down to that.
Yeah, it looks like they're depending a lot on Natsu to try to get a sneaky sniper pick here, but he's not going to be able to do so, I think. And the Koreans, they're content in waiting. Ooh, they've got a trap as well, so I think they're trying to, like, get the Uber pop from the Japanese after they take the sentry down. So it's interesting, kind of like the Koreans are going to poke and prod a lot. The Koreans are going to lose Flower, which is going to be the scout, I think. Yeah, 1 scout down for the Koreans. And going to see how the Japanese react.
Yeah, like right now on the red perspective for Kin Gaming, you can't just go in here and Uber and hope you get lucky, because if you Uber, they're going to Uber, and then they still have the sentry. If you Uber in and kill the sentry, they're still going to have Uber if they're playing smart. So you have to sort of go in with no expectation of really finishing the round. You're going in to trade Uber or kill the sentry and get out, but the important thing is you want to go in and get out and stay alive and go for a second push. But Nado is going to run in there and give away a pick, so that might encourage them to push here, spammah.
Well, exactly, and the thing is not to have seen the sniper as well, so like the Japanese have to be aware of the sniper Flower on the bottom. Ubers have been popped though, and the Japanese are successfully counter-Ubered, and they're holding it back. Hirapa goes down to the soldier, and now the Japanese are in a bit of trouble here, because the scouts are pushing off from the bottom right side. A lot of action. Peanut's going to take down HSK, which is going to be the soldier.
Oh!
Scout, I think. Yeah.
Flower, the big
good headshot
there
by Flower. Yeah, that was pretty good. The Japanese are still on trouble here because their medic's back up, and it's still a 4-point advantage for the Koreans. We're going to see. It's probably going to be a repeat of the same thing again. The Koreans going to build Uber and go for the last push.
Yeah, they had a little window of opportunity perhaps when the demo man was down, but he's back on the field now. But OZR is going to run into the crosshair of Flower, and he's just been sniped.
Yeah, good body shot by Flower on OZR. OZR is a really top scout from Japan, by the way. Like probably the top 3. Ooh, look at the Koreans. They're going to try to push from with the soldier, the poking and prodding. Ooh, oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, I think they had a good read on their opponents there. They realised that Deadly Momentum were sort of scared. They'd lost one, as you say, their best player perhaps. Yeah. And they just went in dry, non-Ubered, distracted the combo with the soldier and then played the scout on the point.
Well, that's the thing about the Japanese, right? That they seem to put a lot of power or might behind the OZR, and when he goes down, then you know that things are going wrong. So we're going to see Fire Red here. I'm going to call him Fire Red because I don't want to call him Fear Red because, you know, like, don't have the best accent. Anyways, we're going to see a lot of action happening here. Koreans are going to respond back with 3 kills of their own. Not with the head meat out there on Creep. HSK. Meat on not too wow. Okay, well. What you're seeing basically happen is the Korean scouts are dominating, man. Apparently, like, one of the scouts from the Korean side is an old Counter-Strike player. And you know that CS players have amazing aim, so yeah, that's how they won the mid-fight.
Yeah, amazing aim and terrible taste in games. Oh, shots fired. Oh, I'm joking. I think Creep and Babel did a great job as well there, really creating that damage for the scouts to sort of clean up on, but yeah, we just saw DMM getting absolutely smashed on another mid. And as a result, massive Uber advantage here for Kin Gaming, and they have plenty of time to execute this push and keep their medics safe.
That kill by HSK, I mean, the way that HSK got killed, I mean, it doesn't matter, because he was basically relaying information for his team. He wanted to know what they have. Do they have a sniper? Do they have another scout? So he wanted to know that. And yeah, it did the job, you see, like now the Koreans gonna cap the full points without any contention. And wow, the mech's also got like he's also on the top right side, which is gonna be top left. Sorry, so this is gonna be a huge problem for the Japanese again.
Yeah, so this is sort of the leapfrog, I think, is the technical term, where you trade your Uber advantage for a territory advantage. They've taken the Spire, but now they have to play the defensive role here. They know that DMM are going to have that charge now, and already they're pushing up to the top lobby here. But look at the excellent position here from all the Korean players. None of them are committing and dying early. In fact, a few of them are waiting for the back cap. Flower's hiding there at trash. And you've got Creep just hiding on the edge of the balcony, and the longer these guys take the push, the more likely it is that Uber's going to come up for the Koreans, and they have it, and now it's equal Ubers here, spammah.
Yeah, exactly. And now the Uber's been forced by the Japanese because the soldier kind of tripped and fell down. Now here's the thing. Now the Koreans are going to counter Uber. Force Edge is kind of lagging as a demo man. Okay, but he does get the kill on the medic though. Lots of action here. Look at that.
Oh,
you see, the thing is here. Yeah, the Koreans have amazing teamwork, and I mean they support their laggy demo men so well. Okay, and they were able to get a lot of kills down. Now here the problem is the Japanese to deal with the scout and a medic.
Genos! Oh my god, he was going absolutely huge there. Right after that Uber fade, he managed to surf onto the balcony to avoid certain death. Then comes into last and manages to Uber Harappa. And now the fight continues. Creep's trying to come in on the bottom while they're distracted looking at that scout, but both frags are cleaned up. And Deadly Momentum have weathered the storm for now, but that point is so near to being close, or so close to being capped.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, the more pressure the Koreans apply, it's gonna throw off the Japanese a little bit more. You see, like, it's definitely mind games happening here. So the Japanese are gonna like take back the second point, obviously, but the Koreans are gonna probably have another like they're gonna have something up their sleeve to defend the middle point, I think.
Flower's gonna get in behind here. He's found the pick onto Nato, but will be avenged by OZR, so it's 5 versus 5 right now. Both teams will have Uber by the time these charges come up, but in this little bit of downtime, I just want to mention that I know we have an international audience here, but the rule set we're playing is going to be just 30 minutes for the map, no halves, anything like that. It's win difference 5, sort of like Europe. And here comes an Uber in from DMN. It's going to be Peanut leading the charge here. He's got big damage onto Babel, but Genos is going to be there to pop off, saves him in the air. Air heals. OZR's gone down meanwhile to creep around Choke. And this seems to be a pretty good Uber for Kin Gaming.
Yeah, they've managed to keep a lot of their players alive, and now we're going to see the Koreans try to push up. I think the Demoman finally, the Japanese Demoman is finally realizing that he's got to put a little bit more damage, so he's kind of going to try to push up. Yeah, there we go, the nades are going to fly. The Koreans going to make a push, though, through the I forgot, Choke, right, yeah. A push like 5 guys off the Choke area. Hirapa is going to rocket jump off the, oh wow, successfully gets me shotted by HSK and Flower. Shoes, the Koreans. Scouts are so good. Oh my god.
You're going to see Spire cap here.
Yeah, sorry, I was just busy like being surprised by, I mean, the way these scouts are playing. Look at that.
I think you were slightly aroused, you were like, damn.
Yep. Yeah, they're really, really good.
Oh, this position is not good for the defenders, but there's not much Peanut can do there. He's going to get focused down instantly by Force Edge. And straight in there for another round from our Korean team, Kin Gaming. They've made it 2-0 here with about 14 minutes played, still 16 left.
Here's the thing, right? 2-0, but like, not to take anything away from NATO and OZR, these guys are really, really good, right? Like, I think if you took them, or you like paired them against like the top scouts in Europe or America, right? Given enough time, they would, you know, definitely be a force to reckon with, you see? So they're definitely not that bad. It's just that the Korean scouts are so much better.
Yeah, the ping doesn't even seem to come into it right now. I know only really the Korean demo man is on the bad end of it, but they seem to be dealing with that quite well. But this middle has lasted much longer than the previous two we've seen. It's 3-on-3 right now, but finally it seems like Deadly Momentum might be able to take a win here, and they've managed to kill off Genos, the medic. Last man standing was Force Edge. He ran back to his own lobby. He's been joined by the respawn of Flower. He's just about to destroy Hirapa there as he tried to jump up into the window. Read that one like a book, and 2 meat shots to the face. He will be resting in peace.
Okay, this is good by the Japanese. They've got the middle point. Now the problem is Hirapa has gone down, and I mean at a bad moment was what I feel, because now they've one soldier, one demo man, alright, and the Koreans are gonna like, now they know the soldier's down, right, so they're gonna have 2 scouts that are gonna like push up a lot and poke and prod. Oh wow, this is gonna be like, this could be a little bit bad. Yeah, So Force Edge takes down Natsu, but OZR takes down Force Edge. So huge advantage for the Japanese now, because the Koreans have lost their demo. And
Oh, Flores
wow.
going bananas here. Comes in with a 2k, kills off the medic, then the demo. Meanwhile, his partner HSK is coming up on his back, kills off OZR and her rat. But that's going to be a wipe. Everybody in the blue team is down.
It
Impressive.
was so good though, like the Japanese, I mean they had the demo down for the Koreans, but they still lost the whole thing because like the Koreans put a lot of might behind their scouts, so yeah, this is really bad for the Japanese now because now the scouts will be able to take the Spire as well. Yeah, that should be a free Spire.
Yeah, it was that 1-2 punch from the scouts. One came in from the sort of flank there on Hunter, and the other just came straight up to follow up on his distraction, but the Spire's actually being blocked here by Fired, and
OZR. Oh, okay, he gets the Uber Force.
this
And
is
he's probably going to try to meet shot as well. Oh, he's probably going to kill a soldier. There you go. This is good for Japanese. For the Japanese
big
now.
stickies there on the door as well.
Yeah.
HSK's gone down. And they're getting
Yeah, this is
harassed
really good
here
for
from
Japan.
behind. OZR's still there. He's killed off the soldier. Now he's going for Genos, the medic, but he knows that he's dead anyway. He's going to turn around and kill Force Edge. Demo down. And there's a few players behind. Actually, Genos is going for the back cap here. The medic could potentially back cap. Everybody's taking their eye off him, but they do come back just in the nick of time, and he's going to be denied. Wow. That was a close call.
It's not over yet because HSK is still behind him. Oh wow, look at that. A meat shot is going to take down Natsu, and he's going to stick around because he wants to create as much as pressure and you know, like, he wants to open up an opportunity on the left side. I forgot we call it respawn, in the respawn area. Resupply, sorry, yeah, there you go. Haven't played in a long time. So anyway, Koreans are going to hold middle. A lot of opportunities by the Japanese, just that they can't follow up properly, from what I see.
Yeah, he's so every time they have an advantage, they take a long time about it. Like, they're not really aware of the timings, like in terms of Uber or respawns. Like, they need to be more positive in their play. I mean, do they see themselves as the underdogs? Is that getting to them too much? Are they always like, oh, I don't know, maybe we should just hold, let's not push? But I mean, any time in the last 30 seconds was a good time to push before the Ubers actually come up. But they are going to wait and play that Uber game. But it is going to be Uber versus Uber, and like, as the attacker, they're going to have to pop first here, so it's always tough. They have to go in and not really commit to the push, just go in and get out.
It could
and
also
see
be
what
about
happens after.
mentalities, you see. Sorry to cut you off, but like, it also could be about mentality. You see, the Japanese, they put a lot of what you call it, support behind OZR because he's the star scout, right? Like, oh wow, never mind. Soldier goes down for for the Japanese. Now the Koreans have an advantage. They're going to try to push up. I think Harap was trying to get the medic forced, the medic Uber forced, but he's not going to be able to do so. The Japanese are going to try to hold back from the trash area. OZR goes down. Yeah, this is kind of bad for the Japanese now. They're going to see them push. Can I continue a little bit?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay, so like, what I wanted to say is, okay, like, the Japanese, they put a lot of might, okay, behind OZR, because he's the star, he's the famous, you know, like, scout, right? But the Koreans, on the other hand, right, they've got two scouts, okay, they support both their scouts at the same time. Like, you don't see Natsu being the underdog, or, you know, like, being the lone child, right? So, that's what's happening here with the Koreans, man. They support both their scouts equally, and it's paying off really well for them.
I forgot how polite Asian people were. You know, you don't have to ask for my permission to talk. Just go for it, man. Follow your heart. Unload, unleash. There's action going on in the middle there. Look at Nato. He's in behind. He's managed to kill off Genos, the medic, single-handedly. Will eventually go down there to HSK. He's the sheriff, but his medic's down, and he's going all the way behind here, actually. Once the fight happens on middle, HSK is flanked. He's come back into the blue house, and now he's in on to the demo man. Going to kill him off, but Flower's coming in. Again, it's that 1-2 punch of the scouts. Can Flower land these pistol shots? OZR, he's gonna win that one out there, and he's managed to hold on here and to be able to cap the point for Japan.
Okay, they've won the mid-fight, finally, right? But the Japanese, they lost a lot of players for no reason. I mean, I think it was Natsu who killed the medic, but the point is the Japanese are not supposed to lose their medic in return. I was supposed to lose their demo in return, so like, yeah, I don't know. Like, from what I understand, like, the trade-off is not that great. Okay, like, I would say the Koreans have won that exchange, because you see they still have their mid-point cap, so yeah, the Japanese not really coming out on top here.
Genos, he died again. So the Japanese have ended up with a massive Uber advantage during all that. OZR and bonkers. Big double coming out there on Choke. And it is all going off here in the AsiaFortress Cup number 8 Grand Finals. If you've just joined us, this is Deadly Momentum representing Japan versus Kin Gaming from Korea. And there are still 10 minutes left to be played here on the first map, Badlands. But we just saw our Japanese team getting slightly wrecked there around the midpoint. They're just respawning now, but they're going to have to give up the point.
If you saw that, okay, it was Nacho, again, all by himself, going on and try to kill the medic all by himself without any team support. So, like, you can clearly see the disconnect between him and his, his fellow teammates here. Yeah, it's definitely, like, it is a case. Yeah, it is a case of celebrity scout, okay, like they really put a lot of support behind him. Nacho's so
that one was
affecting the Japanese. Yeah.
That one was like a team effort. OZR was hiding under the grey bridge, and then once they started capping the spire, he just ran up the spiral staircase there, all the way up to the top of the spire, or came in behind the medic, but it was Peanut who splashed him and got the frag. But again, they just seem to be able to find these medic picks. Genos has died like 3 times in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, here's the problem again. Just to bring it up one last time, right? Like, imagine you're being the celebrity scouter, okay? And you've got all the pressure on your shoulders, man. And Ozir is not that kind of guy who's like who caves well with pressure. I've played with this guy in the past, and he's really, really good. But you've got to give him some direction. So, like, I think Ozir needs Captain Nato on charge. Like, he needs Captain Nato on duty.
I think he's like a stallion, you know. He's wild. Yeah. Oh, this Uber has been popped, and they're chasing ahead here, but the demo man was, sorry, the soldier Peanut was just too far ahead there, and Koku was unable to save him. Meanwhile, Flower's going to come in and start distracting here. It's Flower versus OZR. He's not even going for the medic. He's trying to get that scout frag, it seems. Medic is actually half health, but they have cleaned up now 3 players from Kin Gaming. And they're trying to push in here, but Force Edge is doing his best to deny them despite his high ping. He's able to hold this choke, but he doesn't realise that Nato's coming behind him. 2 shots, demo down. And the door has been kicked open here for DMM.
Advantage for Japanese now. They definitely need to push up and try to not to lose their players as well. This is bad though, because Nato has died. So Koreans have got uber advantage. And yeah, look at that. The Japanese are losing a lot of their players without an uber as well. So wow. Again, they're being held back with the Koreans. Good teamwork, man. I think it's all about teamwork at this level. And the Koreans are displaying an excellent showcase of how to play a team game.
It looks like the Japanese players from Deadly Momentum still want to contest this, despite being sort of outnumbered here. They have that Uber charge, and they're going to use it to move forward. They find 1 frag there. Oh, actually 2 coming in. Creep and HSK going down, but the Koreans seem unfazed by this. They're still willing to take this fight, but they're losing players. Like, they're hemorrhaging players, and if you keep losing players in different spawn timings like this, you know, you can lose a lot of ground. But Flower's going to come in with a big deny there on Nato.
Okay, typically at this moment you should be seeing the Koreans being swarmed, okay, and invaded, okay? Like, just imagine Korea is being invaded, okay, and Japan is going to take midpoint. But that didn't happen, right? Because Force Edge did a lot of damage with his laggy stickies on Fire It, okay, like the Japanese demo. So, like,
yeah.
The Koreans are playing much smarter at this level right now.
Yeah, it seems like every time we've seen Deadly Momentum try and re-push into middle there, they always seem to underestimate the threat. There's a back cap going on here though. Nato with the great read, and he's going to be able to get it because the point was already halfway capped. Flower is now contesting him on middle, but Nato's running into the Soldier of Babel. He's going to be able to trade with him, which is not exactly great. But meanwhile, the medic went down. Ikoku died at some point, and I totally missed it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a back cap at a wrong time, I would say, and the Japanese at this point, they really got to do something right, because they've got 6 minutes left, and, they had to go for the back cap, I guess, but again, no follow from their team, so again, I think they're missing some leadership qualities in the Japanese side, so, that's what we see. Now, the Koreans are going to cap the Spire area, the Spire point, and, it's going to be probably textbook entry into the lobby area.
Nato wins the 1v1 with Flower there on the right hand side of the balcony. It goes into reset, but now spots out Creep playing on the flank too. His team are already moving forward. The stickies have been deaded there, in fact, by Force Edge. Didn't get any frag for his trouble.
Look at Nato, he's behind him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, again, you see, that's the problem here. The Koreans are playing as a tight-knit group, and yeah, they successfully denied the back stab, and Nato's down. So the Japanese are kind of desperate. They're trying to push up as well, but Koreans are successfully holding. And I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So yeah,
that's a really good point though about them being desperate, because there are only 5 minutes left on the clock here, and we're playing to time limit 30. They need to win at least 2 rounds here to bring it to a golden cap. 3 to win the game, but you know, at the pace of the game already, that's looking tough for them. They have a real problem pushing, but they're going to try and mix it up here and push from the house. They get it uber early. Peanut tries to jump, but immediately gets body slammed into the ground, but he is still invulnerable. The counter uber's coming in. Peanut's on 50 health with a little air shot.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the Japanese Uber? It was so disconnected, man. The soldiers were like, I mean, way far apart. Well, Zero though, like, he's doing a little bit of damage here. He's got 2 guys down. And, oh wow, this is kind of bad though. The scouts will go down for the Japanese side. If Fire is alive, okay, in middle, he's probably going to try to... Okay, they're going to cap the middle point. The Koreans have, basically, they've got 4 minutes left. They can defend, they can do whatever they want. It's basically, I wouldn't say it's garbage time, but they can defend, they can waste a lot of time, okay, defending last. It's looking really unlikely for Japanese to do something.
I still believe Japan are my team. You can do this, Deadly Momentum. They're already pushing in, but they don't realise that Flower's behind him. He's putting big buckshot into that medic. Hikoku's, he survives somehow. OZR's going to shut Flower down, but there's another player coming behind. It's HSK trying to finish off the job that Flower could not. He gets that frag, and now he's coming up onto Firehead, who's trying to cap the Spire, and he's calling for help. Peanut's coming in from behind, but they're all looking the wrong way as Creep comes up, gets that pick onto the Demo Man, and now Peanut is half health. Harappa jumps up, kills off HSK, but it's 2 weak soldiers against Creep, who is himself on 2 HP, but he manages to trade there. And this is all working in favour of the Korean team, Kin Gaming, because the longer they just make these nothing plays happen, the clock continues to run down, Spammah.
What do you think about the nickname I gave him? Firehead, right? Makes more sense than Fearhead, right? Fearhead. Who cares about Fearhead? Firehead. Firehead, man. That's sound American. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm just going to trust your pronunciation, absolutely.
Firehead, man. Firehead. Unfortunately, he's not producing enough fire in this game. Anyways, yeah, so the Japanese they've got the midpoint capped, alright, and I don't know, they're even though they're far behind, I would see if they would try to cap at least to one point. Okay, but it's looking really unlikely though. Well, good frag on the Demo Man on Force Edge. He goes down. It's definitely an advantage for the Japanese. How they're gonna respond to this? Oh wow, never mind. The Demo gets taken down.
You can do this. The Uber's been popped. They're trying to push out, but that leaves them open at the back. But only OZR is trying to make that play. Only OZR was looking to go behind, but he's regrouped with his team here, and they have charge, so they could potentially get around Spammah.
So now we're seeing the Japanese go in, but Nato goes down again, like we're talking about the disconnect, and the medic drops him, okay, so now he could cook nobody to Uber. He's gonna back up from the bottom right side, and he's gonna... yeah.
Rapid just walked on the point, almost capped it.
Yeah, this is Firehead's turn though, like he could... Never mind.
Look at that point though, it's so very nearly capped. Someone is surely gonna make the play here.
Though, okay. He had a point. I mean, he had an opportunity there to like push up on the bottom left side. Okay, mistake. He didn't get on the point. Yeah.
But he's up against 2 fully buffed soldiers. Kills off one actually. 300 health of Babel's too much, so he's going to be able to land that rocket. OZR's down, but there's still a minute 45 left.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's garbage time at this point. I would say
no way,
like
man,
the Japanese try to like.
They can do it.
Okay. Well, do they have a spy? Well, no. Okay. I don't know. Well, as you can see here, Nato's gonna try to go from the bottom right side. I would see him try to go in. Oh, never mind. Peanut goes down. Peanut's gonna be the pocket soldier for the Japanese side. Peanut is amazing. Okay, like in any Japanese team, a top team, you will see Peanut play. All right, he's like he's been called the spine or the backbone of the team. He's really that good. Yeah, and the thing is, Peanut has a history of like indecision. You see. If Peanut is not playing well, if he's not making decisions, then his team kind of gets to suffer. So again, like I said, like Japan, they have a history of like leadership, quality issues. You see, so I don't know. I would like to see them play the next map a little differently.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you now that we are in that sort of dead time, that garbage time. Nato's going to run up there and kill Flower top left, but look at the blue team coming in here with that Uber charge. They are going to focus down that heavy as quickly as possible. There's still a lot of stickies on the point. Arapa's going to use himself as the minesweeper. as he goes in and denies the people who are attempting to block the point. But even though they've gotten that round, there just isn't enough time left in the clock. Only 20 seconds, and I'm sure both teams know that.
Yeah, 2-1 for the Korean side, and here's the thing: the Koreans have won in the Japanese server, okay, where the Japanese ping lower. So what's gonna happen in the second map? I don't even want to know. Well, actually, never mind. Like I would want to see the Japanese, okay, play a lot better, okay. Like I would seriously want to see that. So, I mean, the Koreans are gonna take it 2-1 in the first map in Badlands.
I'm afraid you're contracted though. You're gonna have to stay and see what happens on the next map. But that was map 1 of this, the AsiaFortress Cup 8 Grand Finals. We saw Kin Gaming take it 2-1 against Deadly Momentum. I think we still have Shunik, Joe, Bio here with us.
Yeah, as it was written in the article,
TJ.
right? Like, yeah. Asians play really hyper-aggressive, right? So, like, you're seeing that. You're seeing an action and a reaction immediately, like, which is how Asians play, which I think, like, is the way that TF2 is supposed to be played worldwide, but Americans have this kind of style of, like, being so tactical, right? And it kind of ends up hurting themselves. Europeans, on the other hand, are, like, I would say, all-round. Like, their style is really amazing, so...
We're bad at everything?
I don't know, man, like... Yeah,
mediocre.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you see current TFK like in I-53 or whatever it is, you will see some innovative gameplay.
Yeah, I think that's true. We could see some game-changing plays. The new meta being whipped out for, I suppose it'll be I-55. That'll be next summer.
Yeah,
but
from what I've heard from one of the admins, from the founder of AsiaFortress, not upon, he says that there is a chance that Kuso Scout, the Japanese side, they might.
Oh, yeah?
They're a really good team, by the way. Like, they have Ozier and all these guys, right? So they say that these guys, they might travel to the next Insomnia, whatever, TF2 LAN event. So that might definitely happen.
I would love to see that,
Yeah.
but right now we have the logs as well, and they're probably up on stream. You can see them in the mumble there as well. So let's bring in our panel, our Asian panel as well. Let's discuss the game. Give us your thoughts. Shunik, Joe, Bio, TJ, what were your opinions on map 1 there?
Let's put Bio on the spot. Bio, tell us what you think.
Well, from the logs you can like see Peanut did a hell of damage compared to like both demos, so he definitely was a big factor in their team, but unfortunately I think their scouts let them down a bit. You can see like Flower and HSK overpowering their other counterparts like Ozia and Natos. Maybe the damage was not followed up as much as Peanut would have liked, I guess.
I would also like to add that the Koreans are playing really well together, and the Japanese team, they just seem to have like some miscommunications or something, but they really need to like find out what's going on and try to improve it for the next map.
Yeah, I believe they're changing server as well, so I would invite you guys to keep talking, and I'll try and set up the STV and stats for the next game.
Yeah, alright.
Like, what do you think they could do better? Because it seemed like their pushes were kind of weak, right? And they didn't know what to do when Ulcer died. What do you think about that?
I think they're getting like baited quite a bit. Like I could see sometimes for the Korean scouts, they would like go quite ahead of their team, but it was actually just a bait. So they would bait in like their scout or soldier, and then for Sage, he would just come in and then lay out all the damage, and then they would get 1 or 2 picks and push in from there. So I think that's maybe one of the reasons why.
Yeah, they just all collapse on them, like as a as a whole 6-team force.
Yeah, I guess
Onto,
you
like
could say like
a lone combo.
they're like, well, the Japs are good, so they play like a wall. But I think if you like pick out 1 or 2 players from their team, then that's where they start collapsing, because they work best when they have like their full lineup. So when you take 1 or 2 players away, then that's where they are like very weak. So that's when you collapse on them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of the pushes where they only won because Ulcer was there, and like he was having some of the craziest 5Ks I've ever seen. And honestly, do you guys think that Oziar is just like putting the team on his back and they're winning because he's doing so much?
Ozzer seems to be finding a lot of these different opportunities, but I don't think like anyone on their team is doing that badly. I just think that they need to play more together.
I think if they pull out more on Hirapa, their soldiers damage like Hirapa and Peanut, I think they would do a lot better. Cause I think Peanut is right now doing a lot of damage, and I don't think they are following up on Hirapa's bombs a lot. For now at least.
So you guys call OZR Ozzer? Just me being an idiot and mispronouncing it then?
No, me and Choning had an argument about this earlier, and I'm just saying Ozzer to spite him, but people call him both OZR and Ozzer in the Asian community.
Yeah, so I asked the Koreans, which is like the ultimate authority on this issue, and they say that everyone calls him OZR, and that we're all wrong, but we'll call him Ozzer anyway, because Korean.
Admirable.
Yeah.
Can I say? Can I repeat? Can I read that out? Like the thing that's being read out in Twitch chat.
I can't even see it. Go for it.
Well,
man,
okay.
please.
Well, let me try, man. Great bait, mate. A rate 8 mate. No, never mind.
I enjoy reading out the Twitch memes, but I don't have the
it's
chat
amazing.
open right now.
Okay, so let me try to interject a little bit here. You see, now the Japanese have a lot of work to do. Okay, in the second map, it's probably going to be a Taiwanese or a Hong Kong server. You see, and these Hong Kong or Taiwanese servers are basically where both teams have equal pings. Okay. And the thing is, Koreans are, you know how they play, right? Like, they play in a ball, they play so tight-knit, and, you know, they're playing really well. I don't know. I think the Japanese have to really, like, pick themselves up. They really need somebody to lead them the whole way. I mean, OZR is playing okay. Like, OZR is basically the aimbot, you know, the scout bot.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably needs some directions from Natto. From what I'm being told, is that Toki's supposed to be playing the grand finals, but he's not, which I don't know why exactly. I'm also being told that Kuso Scout will not, like, is inactive, and they will probably not attend, like, any crowdsourced, like, trip or whatever to a TF2 LAN event. It would be nice to see an Asian team, though.
Most of the players from DMM are from Kususka as well. So. Like we have Peanut, OZR, and Nato, who were all in DMM previously. I mean, in Kususka in last season.
Yeah. So in any case, are we going to see an STV change? Admirable.
It's going to be the same as STV. I'm finished all my technical mumbo jumbo there. We have everything set up ready for the cast. It's going to be the same IP. You just have to rejoin it, or it's back up again for sure. But we're on the new server, and it is Granary. And if you have just joined us here, guys, on teamfortress.tv, this is Admirable. We've got spammah, we've got Shunik, we've even got Bio, Joe, and TJ. We've got Arie on the camera. We're all here to celebrate this AsiaFortress Cup number 8 grand final. This is the second map. The first map just went to Kin Gaming, the Korean team, but it's all on Deadly Momentum DMM here from Japan to come back strong in the second map and give us that third map that we want. It is Granary, and the third map will be Process, but I'm going to throw it out to the floor there. What are your predictions? I'm still rooting for Japan.
Yeah, I'm going to root for Japan.
Sorry. Yeah, go on.
I feel like we need some support for the Japan because they just lost the first match, but hopefully they're not being depressed and mumble, and they're actually trying to get their act together, and I have faith in that.
Well, what I want to say is, okay, like, I want to see the Japanese take it. I want to see it go through a third map process, man, because, like, the way Asians play process is kind of different from the way we generally see in like, worldwide scenario, so I definitely want to see a third map.
You're saying we could be in for an education on Process. I'm going to get my notepad out, I'm going to get my pencil, start making new strats here for the next season of ETF2L. Could be a Process masterclass. That's worth fighting for. I want to take a look at the Twitch chat as well. Who do you think is going to win, guys? Shout it out on Twitch. Spam. Do you want DMN or KIN?
Yeah, let's get Bio,
in the meanwhile,
Joe, and TJ. Let's get Bio, Joe, and TJ to have some controversial predictions as well. What do you guys think is going to happen?
Tell us a little bit about, like, the European scene.
We used to
For
be
all
the best.
Asians that are watching the
Oh, right. I thought that's why. you guys were here to tell me about AsiaFortress, but in terms of the European scene, there's probably about 300 teams signed up for the last season, maybe 290 or something like that. There's 8 teams in the Premiership. That's sort of like our invite. That season has been going on for about 6-7 weeks so far, and currently the number 1 team is LBC, a French team. There's also Main Call, who have a few games to play still, so it's probably going to be those 2 teams in the playoffs, along with one other team yet to be decided, either eShock or Znutsen Rollerbladers. So there's a lot of new teams this season after LAN. A lot of teams folded after A52, where Europe didn't win and they were all mad. They all made new teams, but still a lot of great players around. It's probably not as impressive a scene as North America, because like we don't have 3 cash money LANs a year, but there's still a lot of people who spend a lot of time playing TF2 and take it very seriously, including myself.
Well, okay, what I would say is that, okay, the AsiaFortress, or basically the Asian TF2 scene in general, okay, has been running off crowd-funded tournaments, okay? And it's usually in-game currency, in-game metal. Yeah. And that's being used as prizes, so like, for any viewers watching that's got connections to any sponsors or whatever, please have them email AsiaFortress. Check out the AsiaFortress website, have them talk to the admins, and get some sponsorships going for AsiaFortress tournaments. Because that would definitely motivate and, motivate the Asian scene, and we'd see more Asian teams in the future.